guys, and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. If you are new to my channel, you are highly and very welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how I actually take my body measurement for dresses that I make, and they always fit perfectly. So that's just what I'm about to do now. Okay guys, welcome back. So today the first thing I'm going to be doing whenever I'm measuring a customer or a client, what I normally do, the first measurement that I normally take is the shoulder measurement. So for my shoulder, I normally start from this point here where you can see what I'm putting on, where your shoulder cap is. So that's where I normally start from. So I'll take my tape like this and then pass it, make it straight on a straight line like this, and then place on top of like the shoulder blade, so you could see what I have here. So this is how I take the shoulder measurement, and for this case the shoulder is 16 inches, 15 and a half, sorry. So from this top point to this top point is 15.5. so that's the first measurement that I normally take. So that's how you take the shoulder measurement. The next measurement that I take is the bust measurement. I'll take my tape like this and then pass it around like this. You can see what I have. So this is like, you see the bust measurement. This is how I normally take the bust measurement, and make sure that it goes up and down easily and it cuts across it. See the tape coming like this. So what I have here is 39 inches. So the next measurement I take is the underbust measurement. So this is like the underbust measurement, and I normally take it like this, and then I'll just cross my tape on top, so you can see what I have like this on top, and make sure it is free, a little bit free. And then the next measurement is the waist measurement. So I normally take my tape like this and bring it on top of the belly button, and then I pass it across like this with my tape round like this, and then I take the waist measurement. So the next measurement that I normally take is the second waist measurement. This second waist measurement is usually applicable when I'm making gowns. So I normally take it, that's the down part of your tummy measurement. So you could see I normally use it when I'm making straight fitted gowns. That's when I normally make use of it. And then the next measurement is the hip measurement. So I'll take my tape like this again and then cross it out and then place like this, so you can see my tape on top of each other. I'll make sure I run it up and down for the hip. I'll run it up and down, make sure it is going smoothly. So that is for the hip measurement. And then the next measurement is the sleeve measurement. For the sleeve, I normally measure my sleeve like this. I'll start from the calf's height like this, and then I'll measure, if it's a long sleeve, I'll measure it like this. This is the long sleeve. That's the first measurement that I take. If I want to make a sleeve that is here, like what I'm putting on like this, what I normally do, I'll take my tape like this, I'll bring it down here. I have 11 inches. So the next thing I'll do now, I'll measure this part, how tight I actually want my sleeve to be. So I'll measure it, I'll know that, okay, this is the down at 11 inches. That's from the cap, that's from the shoulder cap. I'll know that, okay, this is 11 inches, and then I'll measure the round sleeve on that point. And then the bicep, for the bicep, I'll come like this and then measure this point. That's the top of the sleeve. I usually measure it, so because that's what gives the sleeve a perfect fit. So I'll take it like this and then I'll measure the round sleeve of my bicep. Then the next thing I do for a bust here, I'll measure my bust point. So for the bust point, I'll measure like this, and then I'll ask the client where their nipple is, and then I'll measure. This is 11 inches, and then the under bust. This is the under bust that will measure the round first. So this is the under bust. This is now for a bust here, and then I'll measure the under bust measurement. I'll measure the nipple point and then the under bust. Then I'll measure the bust span. I'll ask them where each of their nipple is. From this, for this case now, you can see it's 8 inches. That's from one nipple to another. So that's the bust span measurement. And then this is the nipple point, and then the under, that's the bust point, and then the under bust. And then, like I measured it initially, the under bust measurement is very important for a bust that you measure. And then for if it's a blouse, you measure the waist measurement, which is on top of the belly button. for a blouse, you measure this part. Like I told you, for a gown, long fitted party gowns, so I'll measure the down part of the waist also. So that's what actually gives it perfect fit. So the other measurement that I measure is the round armhole, and most times what I normally do for the round armhole, I'll just take my tape like this and round like this, and then round my tape on the arm, and then I'll measure the round armhole. So with this, I'll know the round armhole for this case is 14 inches. So that is that. And then if it is a skirt, I've measured the waist already, and then I'll take my tape like this. I'll normally ask my client, where do they normally put their skirt? If it is here, if it is here, so wherever they put their skirt, because some put it on top of their belly button, while some put it below. So I'll take my tape from that point where they put their skirt measurement, and then if it is a short skirt, I'll measure the skirt. I'll measure it where they actually want it to be. If it's on top of the knee, I'll measure it, and then if it is below the knee, if it is a long skirt, I'll measure it. I'll ask them, do they wear heels? If they say yes, I'll tell them to step up, stand on your toe. So you see, they'll stand on their toes like this. So the next thing I'll measure now, I'll measure the sleeve. In measuring the sleeve, what I normally do, I'll just come to the top of the sleeve joint like this, and then measure the length of the sleeve. If it's a long sleeve, I'll measure it to where I want it to be, and then I'll know that this is 21. At 21, I'll measure the round sleeve on that point, and then making sure that it could go out of the hand. So I'll measure that, and then if I want a short sleeve like what I have now, measure again and come. I know that this is 10 inches. At 10 inches, I'll measure the round armhole at 10 inches, and then I'll get the round armhole. Then the bicep area, I usually measure it. I'll just measure like this, the round armhole. That's the round sleeve. Sorry, the round sleeve. I'll measure it, the round sleeve of the bicep, and then for the round armhole, I'll take my tape like this and then just place it across like this. So this actually gives me the accurate and round armhole of the person. So the next thing I'll measure is the skirt measurement. In measuring the skirt, I normally ask where they put their tape, their skirt, if it's on top of the belly button or under. So I'll take my tape like this and then I'll place like this. If it is a short skirt, I'll measure the length of the skirt, and then I know that this is the length of the skirt. But if it is a long skirt, I'll measure it to the down. I'll ask them if they normally put on heel. They will stand with their toes. You could see what she's doing. She'll stand with her toes, and then I'll measure the full length. So that is that. If it is a gown, if it is a short gown, I'll take it from the shoulder line like this, place the tape like this on top, and then I'll measure where I want the skirt measurement to be, the gown measurement. And then if it is a long gown, I'll still place the tape and then I'll bring it down, doing the same process. So that's how I normally measure. That's just like basically the basic measurement that you actually need in measuring in taking an accurate body measurement. So that's that. So thank you.